Hello, everybody. If anybody's actually here, that is. Sorry I'm late. I am very sorry, but I had a couple of errands that I had to run, and it took me a while to get back home. So I'm starting the stream late. It's just how it is. And I have to get everything set up. I just got home a moment ago, and I was outside speaking with my neighbor because I don't see her very often, even though she lives right next door. And yeah. So I'm opening a Word document. I don't usually use that. I usually use Scrivener for writing. However, today I am doing something a little bit different. I need to do some research. Where did that pop up at? There it is. I need to do research on something different, not really writing related. Starting with the blank document. Okay, so the situation is that I have hopefully nobody at work is watching this stream. I doubt they would be because they neither write or care about any kind of channel that I might have. But I have a job interview tomorrow afternoon, and I want to practice the questions that they might ask because I've worked for the company in the past and had like 4 different jobs within that company, and I know how they work. I know that they ask you those stupid questions that are like compound questions that you have to like give yourself your full story whenever you're answering them. Like, when did you ever work with a difficult person and how did you resolve the situation? Stuff like that. And, they ask you a bunch of different things, but I'm going to research the actual questions. I'm going to Google it basically to find questions that they may ask. And then I'm going to write on a Word document to answer those questions. And hopefully by doing this, I will be more prepared whenever I have the interview tomorrow. And hopefully my coworkers that I currently have don't see this video and will not be upset whenever I get the job. I don't know that I will get the job. I probably won't get the job, but I want to put my best foot forward. So hopefully it'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start a sprint. Now, I haven't actually live streamed in a long time, so I have no idea if it's even working or if it's going to work whenever I add a different screen. See. I need to add a screen. And that's not it. Let's see. I shouldn't be doing these things while I'm live streaming. I should have figured this out before, but my errands took longer than I thought. So it's just the way it is. Okay. So I am going to start a sprint, I guess. Let's see. I don't know what the other one was either. Now, if you guys know who Sarah Cannon is, I watch her for a lot of things. She has a YouTube channel, she has courses, she has everything. The girl's a genius. And I know she didn't create it, but she uses something called Focus, and I downloaded it. That is not what it was supposed to bring up. See, I thought I had already there it is. I thought I'd already downloaded it, but it doesn't seem to be downloaded. Perhaps I just brought it up. No. This is not working. I'm gonna check. I don't even know if oof, I don't know how that happened. Okay. I'm gonna check. I don't even know if this is actually going live right now. I feel like I'm having kind of a bad day. I woke up this morning in a good mood, but something went amiss. Oh, Sarah's live right now. So nobody from her channel will be watching my stream. Okay. What is my thing doing? The test is out there. My phone does not like me today. I don't understand it at all. There it is. Okay, so there's one moment. All right. All right. All right. It's going. So now let's try to figure out how I can turn on. Oh, I should have used that. I'm just going to use a regular timer. I'm going to use the Pomodoro one. So I'm going to use a screen, a window. There it is. Share that. So there it is. And I'm going to use this for the timer. This is what I've been using. It has 4 25-minute sprints for writing or for whatever you use it for. It doesn't need to be for writing. And it has like a 5-minute break in between. So as soon as I click the button here, it'll just start timing down. And there will be no like indication that it's quit. It just stops. It doesn't have a ding or nothing like that. So you should be able to hear me talking again. So I'll try not to scare you like I would. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on. And I'm going to try to figure out if I can remember how to mute it. So good luck to you. Okay, folks, time is up. Didn't want to frighten you, but there's no bell to move on. So, okay, let's see. We have to start this again. Okay. I don't know if you heard the feedback from that. I'm very out of practice with doing live streams, so I don't really know I can't remember how to set this up. And this was such a spur of the moment thing that I decided that perhaps, I don't know, I can figure it out later. But I needed to get stuff done today. Today's Sunday. I usually will sit around and do nothing on Sunday because that's just the kind of person that I am. And hi, Margaret. Margaret. That's an interesting way to spell it. Oh, here I am. I'm so used to being the person chatting in the box that I forgot that I can just talk to you. How is that for a live streamer? I don't do this very often, you can tell. But what are you writing? What are you here for? Are you writing or are you doing something else while you're watching the stream? I wouldn't be adverse to people using me as like background, but it's not really. I forgot to even turn the sound on because there's music that I could turn on, but I didn't even think about it. So tell me what you're up to. I think earlier I went out for some errands and I decided like my main purpose in this whole sprint, in this whole thing is I need to write information because I have a job interview tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. And I really need to figure out answers to the questions that I know they're going to ask me because it's a bank that I've worked for in the past. And I know the kind of questions that they ask, but all of my answers are outdated because I worked for them for like 8 years and then I moved back home to Illinois from Arizona. And I feel like all of my answers are outdated, but they're the only ones I have. I have a job now, but it's not paying me enough to get by. And so, I mean, in the I live paycheck to paycheck basically, and I know that whenever I need extra cash, I have to go be a driver for Uber or DoorDash or one of those kind of things and Lyft. But I don't want to do that forever. I'm too old, frankly, for doing stuff like that, and I just don't want to do it anymore. It's not what I'm about anymore. So I'm trying to find a new way, and I know that this position will pay more than my current position, and there are a lot of extra bonuses that will come with it, not actual bonuses, but upgrades to environment, something like that. So I would be okay if I didn't get the job, but it would also be good if I did get the job. And it's like a weird job because I'd be familiar with the company because I'd worked there before, but it's different than it used to be because ever since COVID started, they have this thing where they have 3 days in the office and 2 days at home. And so I'd be working from home 2 days a week. And yeah, so it's kind of interesting and I'm kind of excited about it. But at the same time, it's nerve wracking. Interviewing at any place is nerve wracking. But these are things that everybody has to go through. So, if you have any advice for me, that would be awesome. But we're almost out of time for our little break time. So in a few seconds, we're going to be heading back into streaming or sprinting. So when that happens, I will mute the screen. I will try putting on music this time. I don't know if that's something that you are interested in or will like, but it might help me to think more clearly, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty famous for making excuses and procrastinating. So That's just my thing. And whenever we come back from this next, writing sprint, I'll tell you all about my sweatshirt. I'm a bird nerd. That'll give us something else to talk about for 5 minutes. I'm surprised I've lasted as long as I have. So, all right, we are going to get ready and head into the next sprint. So, good luck, everybody. I'm going to mute it. Okay, let's figure out how to stop this music. There we go. I'm going to start the timer for the 5-minute break. And there we go. Hey, look, I'm bigger. All right. So, how was that? Are you guys actually writing something, or are you just cleaning, messing around, organizing your closet? Yes. 2020 was the year I graduated from school. What an interesting time that was. Because, of course, if you were around for it, which I'm sure you are if you're on this stream, that was the beginning of COVID. So a lot of people, that was a bad year for everybody. I think that was pretty much worldwide too, not just our United States here. But I don't know if you are still in the chat, Margaret, but I know that my little bird nerd sweatshirt here, I actually bought this from a YouTuber. It was a YouTuber named, I think her channel was called Leslie the Bird Nerd. And she was based in Canada. So I don't know if you're still out there, but that's pretty interesting. And I think Leslie the Bird Nerd, she was really nice. She didn't ever show her face. She was always walking around in, I guess, the Canadian woods. And she was taking videos and pictures and stuff of birds. And she would live feed. She did a lot of live sprints, I think, or not sprints, but live streams of them, I think. Or she just edited at home and put them on, but I can't remember now. It's been several years since I've even seen if she's out there still. I'm not even really sure. But she took the best pictures of birds. And these birds, she'd put food in her hand and they would just fly up to her. And actually, I'm not even sure if it was her real hand or if it was like a wooden hand that had food on it, but they'd come really close to her and they would eat seeds out of this fake hand. And it was just really cool. She had a really good relationship with the birds up there. And most of them, I think they were blue jays. I think most of them were blue jays, and she named them and she kept track of them, and they would always come back to her. Every season they would come back and visit her, and she remembered them and remembered all their names. And I thought it was incredible. I love birds. I love watching them. I love listening to them. So they fascinate me. And I like that a lot. So that was an interesting time. And I should maybe check her out, see if she's still out there. I'm not really sure. But I think my questions that I'm answering for this job interview that I have set up for tomorrow, I don't think they're very good. Because, whenever you're answering these kind of questions, it's kind of like you need to answer with a full story. Like you need to give details about what you did, why you did it, and, make it a full story, like to back it up. Like everybody can claim that they can do this, but then they have to back it up. They have to say, well, this is how I did it, and this is the results that I got. It's kind of like the SWOT analysis or whatever. I don't remember. Maybe it was the STAR analysis. I don't remember what it was, but it's kind of like a full story. So it kind of relates to a writing channel, so to speak. But I am writing, even though it's not the novel that I have in my head. That will come next time. But this particular sprint, I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to write the story of my life, and not my life particularly, but I'm trying to write a story. And I probably have most of Act 1 done, and I'm still working on the rest. And I just never make time for myself to sit down and write. And I've come up with 1,000,001 excuses, and I've got them all up in my head and ready to be answered at any time when people ask me. It's like the dreaded aunt at Thanksgiving that says, hey, how's that book going? And you're like, oh, shoot, I don't want them to ask me that. I don't want to answer that question. Why? Why don't they just let it drop? But one thing I've learned is your family, they never ever forget. They remember everything and they throw it back in your face later. So one of these days, I'm going to actually become the person that I feel like I should be in my head and actually accomplish something and actually sit down and write, because there was a time that I sat down and I wrote these little sprints, and I actually wrote the real book, not just like playing around or whatever, but I need to get back into that. And I'm going to, starting next week sometime. And we'll talk more about this later, but it's time to get back into the next sprint. So it's time for me to answer more questions. I'm going to choose different music this time because I'm not sure. That music kind of annoyed me after a while. But unless you're subscribed or pay money to restream, you don't get many options. So I'm going to try chill hop this time, and let's see how that works. All right, I'll catch you in 25 minutes. Here we go. All right, everybody. Time is up. 5-minute break is on. And I want to find out, what's everyone doing out there? Are you writing something? Are you just hanging out? Matters not to me. But I don't do the live stream thing very often, but I'm trying to make a more of a habit of it. So I'm going to be trying this out. I need to remember how to do this, because I did live stream a couple of years ago, but it's been a while and I can't remember how it works anymore. I need to work on Restream. And right now I don't have a subscription to their membership or whatever it is, so I don't remember what I can and cannot do anymore. And obviously there are certain things like the Restream logo on the screen. That's pretty cool. That's pretty chill. But I don't know. I think there's other things that I can't quite figure out. I don't remember how to arrange the screens, and I don't know, there's other things. But I wanted to figure it all out before I went live today. But I had errands to run early on, and, making excuses is kind of my forte, as you can see by my, let's see. There it goes. There I am. The procrastination specialist. That's what I am. If you ever need help in trying to procrastinate, I'm your girl. So figure it out. And I need to get back to writing my book too. I'm writing something that I'm trying to make a cozy mystery, but I don't know if I'm doing it very well. I think I need to come back to it. It might just be a mystery, because I don't know if the setting that I'm putting it in is good. Because right now, she's a girl who's living in a bigger city, and she's working at a job there. She's learning how to be a PI, basically. And I think that might fit into a cozy mystery world, but I don't know how well it would fit into a cozy mystery world. So maybe I shouldn't be cozy. Maybe I should just be a mystery. It's definitely a PI theme in there, though, somewhere. But, yep, I've changed my mind half a dozen times already about what kind of book I'm writing. Started out trying to do like a, what's it called? Psychological thriller, switched to thriller, switched to like action adventure type thing. Then I switched to mystery, then cozy mystery. Now I'm switching back to mystery, I think, because I don't know if maybe I'll let the people that read the book judge what they think it is, because there are little bits of like supernatural things in there as well. I think they call it, I don't think it's, yeah, maybe it is supernatural. It's like a psychic. I don't know what that would be called. Paranormal? I think that's what they call it in the writing world. In the TV show world, that's supernatural. And I love that show, but that's not what it is. That would be really cool, though, if I could do something like that. But that's not going to happen, so whatever. And tell me, what are you writing today? What are you here doing? Are you working on something that you're writing? Are you doing something else like I am? I'm trying to come up with questions, answers to an interview process that I'm going to be going through tomorrow. Not like an interview for like an author or whatever, but I actually have a job interview tomorrow, and I'm trying to come up with answers to questions I know they're going to ask. And I talked about this earlier and I couldn't remember what it was called, if it was called a STAR method, and it is a STAR method. So basically it asks me, it's like a problem solving and communication thing. And so they just want to make sure that if I'm faced with a certain situation, then I can, calmly, strategically fix the issue without completely falling apart or hurting somebody else. No, I would never hurt anybody else. But I don't know. It's an issue because I'm not the biggest on confidence right now. But the company that I'm interviewing at is a company that I've worked for in the past, and I know what their processes are for interviewing, and I know what their processes are like in their core values or their core principles. So I already know. I worked there for 8 years. I already know I fit into their little criteria. And the only reason why I even left in the first place is because it was in 2022. I was living in Arizona. I was there alone by myself. And whenever COVID started, I started working from home. Since April of 2020 through through July of 2022, I was working from home all that time, like over 2 years. I was working from home, and I didn't have family near me. All my family was here in Illinois, so I sold the condo. Not it wasn't really a condo, it was a townhouse. I sold the townhouse I was living in, and I used that money to move home. So I live in Illinois again. So bye-bye Arizona. It was fun. And yeah, that's the only reason why I moved home. I quit the job and moved home because I couldn't stand working from home anymore and being alone all the time. And it was just too hard. So I came back. Okay. One more sprint to go. 25 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Okay, people, it is over. You are done with your streaming and sprinting on my channel. So let me know if you finished what you were working on. I know there is something called, well, I don't even know what it's called, but I'm glad to have been able to work with you guys today. I know, ignore the angle of the camera. I didn't really have a chance to fix that either. My whole apartment is kind of like on a slope. Like this side of the room is like lower than that side of the room. So if I put a pencil on my little desktop here, it would roll. Yeah. It's a rental. I don't own it. So, and I didn't not notice it, but I didn't really care when I moved in here if it was crooked or not. So I guess it's kind of my fault, but oh well. So I'm going to try to do this more often. I can't say that it's going to be every Sunday, but I think that would probably be a good day to do it. Like after I walk with my friend in the afternoon. So look out for this. If you're interested in doing more riding sprints or whatever kind of sprints you were working on, I don't know what you were doing, but I think this would be a good place to come back and check out. And I'm going to start posting more actual videos too, so hopefully you can find them interesting. But I can't promise anything on that front either. Yes, I'm an enigma wrapped in a problem. And earlier I was showing you my little sweatshirt, Bird Nerd. And this is the channel I was referring to, Leslie the Bird Nerd. I don't know. I think you guys may not see that properly because it's mirrored wrong. So if you can't, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's see. I'm watching the play over here. So, yep, it's backwards. I'm sorry. I think I have it mirrored so it doesn't screw me up. Let's see if I can fix that. Nope, nope, nope. That's not it. That's not it. I don't know. Maybe I can't do it while it's going. I probably can't do it while I'm going. So, never mind. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Maybe I'll figure that out for the next time I do some live sprinting streams and we can figure it out together or not. Whatever. I'm easy. So, thank you for coming. If you're still here, Margaret, if you're still here, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you got a lot done because that's my goal. And I'll see you another time, perhaps. So